The message was never supposed to be sent. Ethan Brooks sat on the edge of his bed, phone glowing in the dark of his small rented house, thumbs moving faster than his common sense. He had just finished a 12-hour shift at the logistics firm, where he worked as a junior operations analyst, overworked, underpaid, invisible. He was texting his best friend, or at least, he thought he was. "Careful," he typed. "If you look at me like that again, I might forget you're my boss." He smirked, added another line to bold, "Too honest. You act cold, but I swear there's fire under that suit." He hit send. The smile on his face faded instantly. The contact name at the top of the screen wasn't Ryan. It was Evelyn Cross. CEO Ethan's stomach dropped so hard it felt physical. No, 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 no. He stared at the screen, waiting for the message to disappear. It didn't. 2 gray checkmarks appeared. Red, his heart began to pound. Evelyn Cross wasn't just his boss, she was legendary. Ruthless in meetings, silent in hallways, known for firing executives without raising her voice. People joked she didn't sleep, that she didn't feel. Ethan stood up, pacing. "I'm fired. I'm done. I'm going to be a meme in the company." Slacked, his phone buzzed. One new message from Evelyn Cross. Interesting. That was it. One word. 5 minutes pass. Then his doorbell rang. Ethan froze. It rang again, firm, deliberate. He glanced at the time. Jam 10 lewat 47 menit. PM. His phone buzzed once more. Open the door. Ethan. His blood ran cold. Hands shaking, he walked to the door and opened it slowly. Evelyn Cross stood on his porch, not in her sharp corporate armor. No heels, no blazer. Just a long dark coat, hair loose around her shoulders, eyes sharp but curious. Rain clung to the edges of her coat, streetlight glowing behind her like a spotlight. "You're here," Ethan managed. She looked past him into the house. "May I come in?" Every instinct screamed no. His mouth said yes. She stepped inside, glancing around the modest living room, the second-hand couch, the framed photo of Ethan and his late father on the wall, the stack of work files on the coffee table. "You live alone?" she said, not a question. "Yes," he replied quickly. "I mean yes, ma'am." She turned to face him. "Relax. I'm not here to fire you." That didn't calm him. "Then why are you here?" he asked. Evelyn studied him the way she studied balance sheets, quiet, intense, searching for truth. Between the lines. "Because," she said slowly, "no one has ever spoken to me like that." Ethan swallowed. "I swear it was a mistake." "I would never," "I know," she interrupted. "That's why I came." She took a step closer. If it had been intentional, it would have been manipulation, or arrogance, or desperation. She met his eyes, but it wasn't. Silence filled the room. "I saw something in those messages," she continued. "Something honest, unfiltered. Something people are too afraid to say to me." Ethan exhaled shakily. "I shouldn't have said it," No, Evelyn said. You shouldn't have been punished for thinking it. She walked to the window, looking out at the quiet street. You know why they call me cold? She asked. Ethan shook his head. Because being warm costs something, she said softly. And I learned early that warmth makes people take from you. She turned back to him. But tonight, for 5 seconds, I felt seen. Not as a title. Not as power. As a woman? Ethan didn't know what to say. I'm not here for an affair, she added calmly. And I'm not here to cross boundaries. Good, Ethan blurted, then winced. I mean not, because she almost smiled. I'm here, Evelyn said, because I want to know who you are when you forget who I am. He hesitated. I'm tired. I work too hard. I pretend I don't care when things matter too much. She nodded slowly. That sounds familiar. They sat across from each other, conversation unfolding carefully at first, then freely. He told her about growing up poor, about learning to read financial reports by watching YouTube at night, about being overlooked in meetings because he didn't. Sounds confident enough? She told him about becoming CEO at 36, about outworking men twice her age, about loneliness disguised as control. You scare people, Ethan said quietly. I know, she replied. Do you? He shook his head. No, but I see you. That landed. After a long pause, Evelyn stood. This can't happen again, she said. I won't put you in that position. Ethan nodded. I understand. She walked to the door, then stopped. But, she added, tomorrow morning, I'm restructuring a department. I need someone who isn't afraid to speak honestly, even accidentally. She turned back to him. I want you in the room. The next day, the office buzzed with rumors. By noon, it was official. Ethan Brooks was promoted, directly reporting to the CEO people. Whispered, speculated, assumed, but they were wrong, because what changed Ethan's life wasn't a flirty text. It was the courage to be human in a world that rewards masks. Weeks later, Ethan received a message from Evelyn. Still think there's fire under the suit. He smiled before replying. I think fire doesn't need to burn to be real. She responded seconds later. Neither does respect. And the lesson echoed long after the screen went dark. Sometimes mistakes aren't meant to destroy us but to reveal us. And when honesty slips out before fear can stop it, it may lead not to ruin, but to recognition.